first time I am speaking on this matter. And I am speaking on this matter based on what came out yesterday, the postponement until 2025. You know, almost 2 years from this date, from the date, you know, of what was supposed to be the trial. Yeah? So I am concerned, you know, I'm concerned because I am not sure if this is some form of tactics. Yeah? I'm not sure if this is some form of tactics that lawyers use to their advantage in terms of wearing out the weaknesses. Yeah? And you know, whatever. I'm not sure. You know, if this is some form of craft. Yeah, to wear out the weaknesses so they may, you know, whatever. You know, forget what them did for say or whatever. This is my and questions. I'm not sure. I don't know. Is that the case? I don't know. I'm just asking questions. You see? At the same time, you know, every man deserves a fair trial. And every victim deserves justice. You understand? Yeah. That's what I say. So, me no know. And anybody can make the case, and you can look up the case, and you can make your own commentaries.
Welcome to the channel. I am the Jamaican Scoop Diva. Now, the first thing that I will be discussing is the lengthy pushback of Munga Honorable's trial date. Dancehall artist Damian Munga Honorable Roden will have to wait until February 17, 2025 to have his day in court on a MURDER charge after his trial was postponed. This after a declaration in the Home Circuit Court on Monday that his lawyer, Christopher Townsend, could not proceed as he was experiencing personal challenges. Consequently, a new trial date was scheduled along with a trial readiness hearing for November 4, 2024. Roden and his co-accused, Sheridan Gordon, are charged in connection with the 2017 MURDER of Cleveland Smith, who is a cousin of dancehall veteran Mr. Vegas. Now, in light of this news, a lot of people have basically raised up their antenna, including Mr. Vegas himself, as he has done a live addressing certain concerns that he may have. But before I get to the concerns, although Munga Honorable is, you know, back and forth with the court system on this charge, he has been granted permission to do tours in Africa and, you know, possibly other places. And what Mr. Vegas is saying is that this pushback is just about 2 years from now. And in 2 years from now, a lot of things can change. And the reality is that this is sometimes a tactic that the lawyers use to manipulate the justice system to serve their own end. Because when this court case is drawn out, sometimes it can get thrown out. And then if the witnesses don't show up after these 2 years, then the case will be dropped. And of course, this will be very concerning for people like Mr. Vegas, who is a family member of the person who has been passed or who has passed. Mr. Vegas also voiced that he has been warned by Mr. Townsend, who is the lawyer for Munga Honorable, to not speak on certain things and not to make certain kinds of assumptions. And I don't know if you want to use the word threatened, but he was warned. And so the mere fact that people are touchy over words, and we know that words can be heavy and we know words can carry lots of weight, you have to ask yourself, why is it that the lawyer had reached out to Vegas some time ago and explained to him, don't say anything, or if you say something, you might get in trouble. And so this is one of the reasons why he's concerned. Of course, Munga Honorable is indeed innocent until proven guilty, and it is the duty of his lawyers to do what they have to do to let him get away from this case, or, you know, to walk away as a free man. And it is also the duty and the concern of Mr. Vegas to look out for justice for his family member along with other relatives and loved ones. So we will just have to wait and see how this plays out.
But the boom Dynamite thing, you know, I may make people know, say, the history with Boom Dynamite, seeing, go way back from Britain. Boom Dynamite left back to and come a Portmore, Phase 3, Britain. There's some animal run area. And Predator. Predator, the name Marky Rank same time, they are bar. See me? And him the name Donovan them time there. Donovan, there's Donovan. See, because them people are call some other name. Donovan, we know him as run area, call him Boom. And I say, yo, you see the way you deal with the beach there, brother, time go by the beach, come mash up over there, you know. See? I say, if you add the Dandimite to it, see, so we give the name Boom Dandimite from Britain. That before nobody else come round. Dandimite is a man where he's a free-spirited youth. A Dandimite the people. Eh. So the dog goes so boof. Turn off a light. Yeah, man. So the dog goes so boof and say, yo, General B this and Ray. So Dandimite is a man where when we look on as a man where was always a youth where we never hear him support creator and throw nothing. See him? Dandimite is a youth where they out there. So look while when I make the talk I make mention I say elephant man and Ray with the show. I make them know say yo, it was always love. Nothing serious. I mean, I want a body. I don't want social media pick it up and chat like a like them I try to create none. See? It was always love with the man sit. But people are go fall out. But at the end of the day, it was always love. I mean, know that. I know the respect and the love what they did. I mean, I use that to say this. See? The entertainer them have a unity in them. There's no unity not there. Some of the time the man them have some ego. Some people make them ego control them and them do some little things and go to character more while. See? And we don't want to follow up social media and Ray and do some whole heap of things in the people and people see anyway. I see them a bubble cars. Some of the time you have to show some people distant love. You see me? But it was always love. See? It was always love. You see me I say? It was always love. I mean, for respect and say, boy, you know. Condolences to the family. See, Miss Cherry, Dandimite mother. See, all back to friends and family. Me a part of them friends. And I call myself family. But I just mad love same way. You see me I say? But me I tell the man them some more time, some little things where before a man pass on, man, some little something where we could have make pass when I have to cause a fusion. Because I know say today right now, anyhow, because me and might do an interview when the man say, him then chatting with him, I know say it hurt elephant, you know. But I know say if the man him could have said, Virgin, Ray, if in the last moment before that happened, before the dog pass on, you know. Sometimes some little attitude for bury. Seeing, but as I said that for say this, so most of the entertainers them general, some little bullshit and some little fuckery. When we see someone that keep up against them one another, we need to cut it out. That's why the music not bigger. The music for bigger. You see me I say? The music for bigger. With them, I mean I got this somebody. I mean I got this the next genre. But I with them copy. We bring style and melody about you. We have delivery and voice. When we talk people hear. You see me? But I'm glad to say this to my brother. We have a gem where we are play around. See? As I said before, I'm not this the next genre. But it's a dance hall. You need to lift it up back. So you see the youth them, the new gatekeeper them. The new gatekeeper them. You have some youth who believe in her. You have some youth who believe in her. See? Massacre. Believe in her yo. Skeng. Believe in her yo. Jashi. Believe in you. Canicla, believe in you. See? I thought you we out you know. I not discredit no other youth today, you know, but you see, I'm valiant. Them youth them believe.
Now, veteran artist Mad Cobra has exposed certain details regarding the passing of Boom Dandimite as well as the beef that was existing between Boom Dandimite and Elephant Man. Now, Boom Dandimite has passed recently. Last night was his 9 nights, so that was 9 days since he has passed. And Controversy surrounding Boom Dandimite includes the fact that Elephant Man, who was actually a part of the Stadium crew, has not really been much vocal or very vocal regarding his passing. I believe he did an interview recently addressing the fact that, he's not a social media person, etc. In other words, trying to give an excuse as to why he really hasn't said much. But Mad Cobra is saying that obviously there was something going on between them, like a beef before he passed. No, Mad Cobra is of the stance that the artists in the entertainment industry, in the dancehall business, they need to have an approach of love. Of course, people will fall out. We're only human beings, so not every day of the week two persons will get along or a group of persons will get along, but it is important to bury the hatches, and that's the exact words that Mad Cobra used, because life is short, and it is so special because it's unique the way how Boom Dandimite passed. He did survive his car accident and he was thought to continue to survive, but shortly after, I think a month or two, he had unfortunately succumbed to his injuries. And I can imagine that no one expected that that would have happened, because he did walk away from the car accident immediately after alive. And it was a shock and a surprise when he did indeed pass. And so what Mad Cobra is saying is that sometimes some of these squabble, it's trivial in the greater scheme of things like life, because when you look at it, something that happened 10 years ago may not even have been relevant to what is happening today. It could have been easily overlooked. And so he was just reaching out to everyone in the industry saying, we can approach things with love. You may not have to be up in someone's face every day, but you could love from a distance. You could show respect from a distance. And he also shouted out to all the upcoming artists, the current artists today, and he was saying, let us come together, because he as a veteran believes in these young talents. And I must commend Mad Cobra, aka Elta Skelter. And I like the fact that he's reaching out to everyone saying, listen, I'm supporting you, I believe in you. And he's saying that he believes in dancehall. And when we have this kind of bickering and this kind of fight against and this kind of bad living, it destroys the dancehall community, and as such destroys the dancehall genre. He may not say it, but we know that the discussion is that Afrobeat is taking over from dancehall, and it is because of these kinds of behaviors, the pride and the ego, why we see certain things are not happening for dancehall anymore. And so we, the artists, the young generation, the current generation, need to understand that dancehall is on your backs and you are the one carrying on the mantle.
Yes,
Now, in addition to Mad Cobra, reaching out and crying peace and love in the dancehall space, the night for Boom Dynamite was wonderful. It was amazing. And a lot of artists came through, international artists came through to show their love and support, the likes of Sean Paul, the likes of Bounty Killer, Beanie Man, Bugle, and of course, many, many others. And it was just a wonderful feeling to know that everyone was coming together and they gathered in memory of Boom Dynamite. They paid their tributes. They celebrated his life and his memory, and it was a great experience. It had a great vibe. It was like a stage show, and everyone was there in memory of Boom Dynamite. And I respect that. I always respect and love when dancehall artists can come together in unity, and this is exactly what Mad Cobra was talking about. If you can just come together, because at the end of the day, no one knows the time nor the hour when the clock will strike and a person will go. And it would be painful, just as how it's painful now to know that someone who you love dearly, you may not have spoken with him every single day, but you like the person, you care for the person, right? And they pass on. And it would feel so bad if you had allowed this person to pass on, and within yourself that you left on a bad footing. You never got to tell the person how much you cared about them. You never had to have a last drink with the person, or share a meal with the person, or spend some time. And so I hope that other artists looking in on this situation with Boom Dandimite and Elephant Man and everybody else is remembering, okay, in the dancehall industry, you're like co-workers. You don't have to be best friends, but put aside petty squabble for now. And with that being said, this is the Jamaican Scoop Diva. Please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Please leave your comments below and take care of yourself.